welcome to another race diary. We're here for round 4 of the Service Amateur Nationals. I missed round 3 at Dean Moore due to work commitments, and in fact I had to work till late last night, so I came down this morning, got here about 8 o'clock, didn't have time to walk the circuit. We're at Sherwood, Robin Hood country.
We're men in tights. We roam around the forest looking for heights.
Anyway, didn't get a chance to walk the track. Literally went out there, hit some big jumps out there, and I like my jumps, but practice was okay. Just done the race, usual crap start, wasn't expecting much. I like my jumps, but there was already some kickers starting to appear, and I had some sketchy moments on a couple of the jumps, so I didn't push too hard at all. I've also, I know I'll probably come out with an excuse every week, I've been quite bad the last couple of weeks. It's just how I could get it through the eye of a needle at the moment, so I'm eating very little, and I'm not risking any farts either. It's been quite bad. In fact, this morning, before I set off this morning, I was in two minds whether to actually come, so not feeling 100%. Anyway, I got 2 more races to go today, so I'm expecting the track to get pretty rough. In that one, didn't get the best of starts, but as I said, and just let them go really. Pesky Kevin's here this weekend. I hadn't got an answer for Kevin. He was gone. I could keep him in sight for a little while, but I think he got away from me towards the end, so fair play to Kevin. I usually get him when the track gets a bit rougher, so we'll see how it goes. Well, we're not long done. Race 2 here at Sherwood. I kind of liked the track a little bit better that time. First race, as I say, I had a few sketchy moments. I just used my head a bit. Got an okay start, but Pesky Kevin come through on the inside. They had kept us waiting on the gate as well, so the heat had really started to get to me before we even started the race. First couple of jumps, quite mixed in with the pack and that lot. The track's kind of like cutting up quite considerably now, not as rough as some tracks we've had this year, so that isn't too bad. As I say then, I think it was number 12, I hooked up behind him for a little while, took me a lap or 2, he had some good lines, and then I snuck past him. I could see Kevin ahead, but Kevin, I don't know, I didn't feel confident enough to just give it that little bit extra to close that gap down. The gap stayed pretty consistent between me and Kevin, but I just, I don't know what it is with me at the minute. I've got to admit, a bit last year and a bit this year. When I'm practicing, I'm enjoying it and loving it. I don't know, I just don't feel like hanging it out too much sometimes. So anyway, the race wore on, moved up 1 or 2 places, just settled into a groove really. The heat, I think we're at 35 degrees was the weather forecast today, so it is a scorcher. I'm also filming the other races, so I can't even get out of the heat, and obviously this stomach bug that I had for the last couple of days, touch wood, I haven't had any more incidents. I haven't, as I said this morning, I haven't risked having any farts or anything, because I have been pretty bad with it. It's not an excuse, because it's not like I'm feeling drained or anything, but I have got a bit of an upset stomach, so, but that ain't affecting my riding. Using the Sur-on today to get around. Great little machine. I'm really enjoying that, saving my bad legs and everything really. So we've got 1 more to do, so it's 3 races on a Saturday, 2 on a Sunday. Block's been going pretty well. They are putting water down before each and every race, so the dust is being kept at bay. But look, like I say, 1 more to go. Let's see how we get on. Hello ladies. Believe you me, I am not trying to seduce you, the viewer. I am lying down because I have cramp. Well, we've just done race 3 for the over 50s vets today. The heat's been a big factor today. Got to admit, fortunately we didn't have to wait on the line too long when we went out on that one. Got an alright jump on the gate, and then went down towards the first turn. I could see Kevin on the inside of me, and I think I could hear Scott as well on the outside of me, so that gave me a little bit of an incentive. Went over the first couple of jumps quite happily in the middle of the mid-pack, having a little dice with a few people. I had to be careful because I'm quite confident on those first couple of jumps, and there was a few jumped it a bit short. settled into a groove, got past number 12, a little battle with him for a little bit. I could see Kevin, I got past Kevin, I think anyway. I'll probably look back at the footage, it was all such a blur. The track was so hard. By the end of the first lap, my arms were pumping up, so I made myself relax for a little while, because not just get some breathing and just loosen my fingers up. So settled into a groove, tried to make a few passes on Kevin, but Kevin's ridden really well today. And normally Kevin, when it's rough, that's when I get him. So I just thought, right, use my head, just stay on his rear wheel for a little while. Then we came to, there's a double jump, I'm not clearing it, you come out of a corner. Kevin was on the outside and I was right on Kevin, and I thought, well, I'll get him probably in the next corner or so. I went to the inside on this double jump and there was a massive kicker on it, and you wouldn't see on the GoPro footage, but my legs were way up in the air behind me, and I thought it was going to be a classic flying W moment and trip over the bars and into the old meat wagon. Held on to it though, that gave Kevin a bit of a breather. Closed down on him again, then he made a mistake, but I wasn't close enough to get on the inside of him. Then we went down the drop off and I carried a bit too much speed into the corner, so I drifted wide and I took Kevin's line away from him, to be fair. So he'd have had to hit the brakes, but I made the pass stick and got past him. And all the way through I was conscious of a bike being behind me. I didn't know if it was Kevin or whatever, but and we came through and there was still no sign of the last lap flag. I was surely we were going to be on the last lap or something. So the last 2 laps were really long. I'm going to have some load of water now because I've got bad cramps, and then I'm going to have a couple of beers. I know it's probably not the most professional way of doing it, but all in all it's been a good day. It's been tough. Again, my goal is here to come here. It's a personal challenge to do these races. We got round, Scott came down for the 3rd race. Fair play to Scott, because I know he struggles sometimes as well. I mean, it was gnarly out there, but we all got round, all our mates got round, all in one piece, and roll on tomorrow. Intro out. Oh, there she goes, look, she's off her. Put your feet up!
Oh God, I'm gonna have to buy one each, aren't I?
Yeah. Don't think we do pink. Yeah. What do you reckon to it?
That's sweet. Nice, good boy.
But, I mean, you was getting some good speed up on it, weren't you?
Yeah, no, she's quick.
Yeah. Good. So, when's his birthday? Well, we've just done race 4 on the weekend here at Sherwood. I knew it because we were quite early in the block today, so the track's obviously been graded last night, so I knew Kevin had liked the smoother track a lot more. Gate dropped again. I did this thing, I got out of the gate not too bad, and then I don't know, I shut off too early, then I go again just as I'm getting to the first turn. A couple of people have noted it, and I know I'm doing it as well. I don't know what's going on there in my head when I'm doing that. I could see Kevin in front of me, he'd gone through on the inside, tried to close the gap down on him. There was a few of the riders, but as I say, I've been suffering with a stomach bug now the last 4 days, and hardly ate last night, and you can tell how bad I am. I had 2 beers and I think I threw both of those away last night. Couldn't even drink anything like that last night. Every time I hit a bump it felt like somebody was punching me in the stomach. So not having a good day over the weekend really. I like the track, there's not many ruts on it. It's a fun track to ride. I did enjoy that last race. As I say, I got into some good battles. Rogers on number 12, I closed right down on it at the end, but just not enough really, and I don't know, I just don't feel like hanging it out at all at the moment. But I say, I'm enjoying it, it's a good crack. Great championship, well run championship here again. So we've got only one more race to do. We'll be finished quite early, and then obviously I've got to film the interviews for the race report at the end of the day, so at least I'll probably be able to get everything packed away and cleaned away and get away early, because I say I feel pretty rough this weekend, and I'll just be glad to get home and probably go straight to bed. Well, we just finished, well, I haven't just finished, but a little while ago. I've tidied up and cleared up. Our final race of the day. I'm so glad it's all over. Track's been brilliant. I've got to admit, I'm really impressed with the Sherwood track, but I haven't been able to attack it this weekend. I have felt, as I said at the beginning of the race diary, I was in two minds whether to come on Saturday. I felt that rough. Today I felt I hardly ate, I couldn't eat anything last night, and this shows you how bad I am. I actually tipped 2 pints of beer away that I tried to drink during the night last Saturday night. I couldn't even drink anything and felt really bad. Went to the line for the last race, got an okay start again. Kevin was in front of me pretty much off the start, and I'll tell you what, I just got every bump I hit, it felt like I was being punched in the stomach. I just got no strength, and that's not an excuse really, because Kevin's rode exceptionally well this weekend. I think even if I hadn't have been ill, I'd have struggled, especially in that last one. He'd got a good bit pace and distance on me. I've just struggled round. I've thrown everything into it this weekend, but it hasn't been enough. As I say though, it's been a cracking weekend. There was a good band on last night. Good to see Tony Lane and his band. Tony Lane, the world famous commentator here at the Service Nationals. Darren and the crew have run a brilliant. This is how bad it is. I was actually in trap number 2 in the Portaloos earlier this morning, and I even left my wallet in there this morning. I was that rough. Fortunately, that was handed in. But yeah, so the weekend has been done. I've got a 2-hour drive home now. I've just got to do the interviews for the race report, and then I literally can't wait to just get unloaded and go to bed. I do feel that bad. Unfortunately, it's back to work tomorrow morning. But big thank you again to BRP Imports, Lee Butler, for the Kenny clothing, always on point. 772MX Silent Revolution electric motorcycles. That's been a big hit this weekend. Obviously, we've just shown you in some of this race diary. Everybody was clamouring to have a go on it and loving it. And also the Lawn Ranger as well. That's one of the main source of income for my racing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. A lot of people ask, does it cost anything? No, just click that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Lots of videos we do, whether it's motocross, the electric motocross bikes, various bits and pieces. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.